Hey, what's up, guys? Mike's here. Okay, today we are doing the hashtag back to school. So, there are 4 parts of back to school, and it will take us 4 videos to separate. So, I hope you get ready. So, for this video, I will tell you about the tips for on how to make a back to school for back to school. So, just giving you some tips. Second will be the tip. Second will be expectation versus reality on what was going on. So the expectation versus reality on what is the back to school should have been look like, but what it really been look like. Third one will be revealing you guys my courses and all the requirements that they listed. That I say that for three. Part 4 is gonna be what are my schedules for putting up the list and giving you guys what's gonna be the schedule, what's gonna be a day in a life between the middle school and high school, what is the differences between those, and we have to compare those. Okay, so those are the 4 videos that I will give it to you. Alright, right now we'll start with the first one. It's giving you guys the tips on how to make a back to school look even better and make it this school year great, even better. It's based on this article of LoveToKnow.com. We're talking about these tips for high school, right? Okay. There are some, you guys, the 10 tips of getting a great year of what high school look like. Because I know I'm starting to get high school, and I'll be elaborate for in about just around the corner. So get ready for the first one. The first one is get plenty of rest. So yeah, just getting some sleep. You have to sleep less than 8 hours a night, but not. But in according to, they say, hey, you gotta have to sleep 8 hours, at least 8 hours a day. So yeah, you just have to sleep at least 8 hours a day. But according to the website, it says having an adequate amount of sleep is imperative to a successful high school career. Students who tend to sleep less than 8 hours a night may not be as awake or alert during the day. In addition to schoolwork, if you plan to participate in after-school activities or sports, you need the rest to do your best. If you have any after-school activities or sport that you want to attend to, you need more sleep. You need a lot amount of sleep. Who's sleeping like less than 8 hours, it may not be alerted. It's like, oh my god, it's 7 o'clock, I'm getting late. That's where the first tip here. Second tip is eat breakfast and lunch. You have to always start your school days out with a healthy breakfast to get through the day until lunch. If you're not a big breakfast eater, if you're not in a breakfast mood today, just eat a protein bar or smoothie to start off the hunger. That's another one. If you want to eat later in the morning, you want to carry a small snack with you to eat between classes for lunch. So you can eat whatever. So you can eat a little bit of snack not during those classes, because the teacher won't tell you that do not eat. But it had to be between classes before lunch. If you do not like the school lunch at all, you can pack lunch and take to school with you. You can make your own lunch with you and take to school. That way, you have the exact kind of food that you really want to enjoy if you don't want a school lunch. because the school lunch right there is like, oh, it's disgusting. But if you don't want to have to take school lunch, you don't want to eat school lunch, just make yourself a lunch, pack it up to school, and then that's it. So that I won't have to. That I would not have to, or I would have to. Have to get up and get in line and wait for lunch. It's taking a long time. Alright, next one is keep your locker organized. There are lots of organizing your own lockers. For me, I use the old locker and I have to use the shelves. They have lots of shelves right here. I had to use, for me, basically, I had to use some organizing some binders. I had to pick up all the stuff that I had to be using in the morning, and then when it's done, I had to pick those up lunch. So here I have my locker. Here's what happens in the locker. There's a yellow locker. Inside here is a little bit. There are two shelves here. At the top there are my afternoon binders, and or the stuff that will be in the afternoon. And the other shelf right there, I had to be used in the morning. And there, and that where the whole space here, I could put a jacket on. You can use umbrella, or any of the project that you already done. But according to the website, it says there are lots of organization that you see. You have to choose a system that allows to store anything you want, either your books, your folders, your binders, all in the upright position. You have to keep it in the upright position. This will be helpful when if you're running out of time and you're rushing to your locker between classes. You gotta hurry. Yeah, if you gotta hurry. But for me, usually, I don't use lockers in between classes like every time. I don't do that. I had to grab all the stuff that I needed for the first few periods. And then after that, when I get to lunch, I had to keep it and then switch to the stuff I needed for the afternoon. And then when I'm about to go home, I had to grab the stuff for my homework and then carry it on the big bag, because I have two bags. One is the large bag that I need using outside, and the other one is the jacket where the small one, the green mesh bag. The green mesh bag right there is using for the inside. I used that one last year. If you have a dry erase board to keep reminding you on what's today's to-do list, yeah, you can put it on if you want to. That way, that will remind yourself on, hey, what you gonna do for today? Do you have any homework? Alright, next one, organize classes with binders. There are tons of binders. If you use a different color-coded binders, that's okay. This will not only help when you're looking for the locker for any specific classes. We can store all the class notes in one area without like mixing up with another class. So you can store all the class notes that you have in one whole area without messing them up with another class. Like, wait, where's my binder? And then you realize that your binder is there with another class that you messed up. So you have to choose one with a clear front sleeve that allows you to display a weekly class calendar. For me, I have my day planner. It plans me out on this, but I don't do that. For me, I had to put up which one is class belong to, what grade am I, and then what teacher am I putting. That's how it works. Next one here is talk to people. That's very important. You cannot be shy when you talk to people. With the new people that you're talking to, or if you're returning to a high school, When you return to high school or when you talk to the people around you, talk to everyone. Talk to anyone. Look at your left, look at your right, and meet the people on the other side of your locker. Just meet the people, and there you go. They're gonna be there all year long. Some students, they will be here all year long, and you can talk to anyone. If you want to make friends, in addition to that, talking with people may help you the classwork and trying out for sports. Yeah, that makes sense. You can talk with the people. If teacher tells you grab your partner or grab your partner or form a group, that will help you with your classwork to be working done with, and then all other stuff that you need here. So that really makes sense here. You can talk. Okay, how about getting involved? If you want to involve some after school sports or any clubs that is available to you that you would be interested in, join them. But first, here's you have to sign up for that one. But seriously, it really helps to look at your college resume, and it's a great way to meet people too. Might be helping you to get you're interested to something, and exercise your brain right and show your school spirit on what do you really want, because on schools you have to show your school spirit and you have to do this for your school. I think that should be a little bit covered up, but I just don't feel like it. Attended the orientation. No people should attend the school orientation. Even students who are going to the senior years will want to attend orientation, where to meet students, teachers, and hear what is going on with the class. So if you had to take the orientation, no people who's going to take the orientation, or the senior years going to take the orientation, who will be coming the senior years will want to attend orientation. That's a good way to meet students. You want to have to meet some students. You want to meet some new people that you're gonna have to recognize and introduce yourself. So it's a best way. It's a best way to meet some new stuff and meet new people and hear what was happening, so that it make your life better. Next one is sit in the front. You have to sit in the front seat. Don't sit in the back row because you're gonna get called on more often, and you can't hear anything what you want to say. So stick near in the front or the middle seats, unless if you have assigned seats for this experience. So when it comes to first is, so you have to sit in the front of the classroom, because that will make so that you can hear your teacher very clearly, and you have to understand what you're gonna do. Just like me, I had to sit some courses I had to sit in front of the teacher so that I can hear more, and I can understand more to what you're gonna think. If you sit in the back row, chances are you cannot hear anything. You just end up not doing anything and just hesitate, and you don't want to do it. Don't be that person. Unless if you have assigned seats here, that makes it even more better. But on the other hand, you don't have anything to do and you can't hear anything your teacher. That's so bad. Create a homework area. Of course, find a place in home that will be your designated homework area. The area had to be off limits to anyone besides your homework time, okay? Choosing an area is free of distractions, free without any distracting to anything, or such as the desk in your own or dining table, so you can concentrate on your schoolwork. So if you want to create a homework area, you have to work on whatever you want to, but without any distractions or anything, without like playing the computer. Unless if you want to do the research on something, but you don't want to have to take a little bit off limits. Okay, so just have to focus on any kind of area that is free of distractions, no interruptions whatsoever. Last one is you gotta have to prepare for the next day. You have to prepare what to wear, your clothes, and pack up your stuff like your books, your pencils, all requirements that you have. You may need for a little bit of following day of the school. You can pack up your own lunch if you want to. You might have to cut down on your night so that you can start waking up early and prepare for what you're doing. Prepare for your morning routine, brushing your teeth, change your clothes, eat when you have at breakfast, or you can eat at school, or go into somewhere. Before you head out the first day of school, you have to take a deep breath. Before you're gonna have to go to school, you gotta have to take a deep breaths and make the first day of school happening well. Okay? Because your high school years may be flying out soon, because you're gonna be heading off to college and working on your own stuff, especially your roommate. And try to take some time to meet the new people, participate in after-school activities if you want to, and study hard so that you can pass the test, get a good grade, and then you can have what your own. You can have the rewards on what you have done. All the achievements you have done, it's in there. Good luck for the high school. Good luck for your first day of school. But I hope, because there are lots of things in here when it comes to getting high school stuff, and then just to make sure that you're gonna have to make the high school even more better. Because the more you have time for yourself to get up and make a great year for 2016-2017, life's got better much on you. Isn't that right? So you know all the tips, you know all the stuff that you need, you know all the requirements that you need. Getting up early, getting sleep early, getting up early. You gotta have to align yourself on what to do, remind yourself on what to do for today, and getting prepared, make new friends, meeting new friends. It's all in there. Participating in orientation, it's all there. You have to be a little safe. You have to be more careful on where you are, because new school year is just around the corner, and it's safe to say that it's gonna be a great year. And I already gave you all the tips that usually I have done, because maybe someday that gonna have to make more new friends. It's even more better than what you think of, because I've done a lot of making new friends, because for me, I have lots of new friends, and just go out style. It's a very funny thing. And also organizing your own stuff on what classes that you have taken. That's my thoughts of any kind of criticizing about what you want to have to do for your school day, for your school year, I mean. And finally, yeah, that will make a great school year with all the tips that I might giving you something, or I might revealing you about what's gonna happen. Where is it gonna be right now? And getting a lot of things to do in high school, and then before that, set up college and working on your own, and grab all your stuff, and then go to your roommate, to your room, and you have your roommate with you, and you got everything that you have for your own home. That's a good thing, right? Thumbs up for that. Okay, guys, that is it for That's for the part 1 of hashtag back to school. Of giving you guys the steps. Next video will be the expectation versus reality of what the school looked like. Of getting back to school looked like it's what it should have been looked like, but what it really looked like. Okay guys. That's the end of part 1, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.